Hey you guys, welcome back to Angel Angela, and on this topic I wanted to talk to you guys about how will you know when you're dealing with a narcissist? Like how would you really know if you're dealing with a narcissist, since we're living in times where narcissists are really good at trying to act like they're empaths. They have a very good way of mimicking you because this is someone with just the same amount of information that you can get a hold of, and the difference is that they're using it to literally manipulate people, to get over on people, to use people. And you're going to have to literally decipher what type of person you're dealing with. Does it seem like this person has no truth in them? Does it seem like when you give this person the opportunity to tell the truth, they lie? In order for the narcissist to be able to redeem themselves, they have to put closure to their past. So when they're getting that new job, that new supply, they come in lying, to keep the job, to keep the new supply. But if their past comes and haunts them, they have to come clean. And if they don't come clean, they lose that new supply. Most narcissists feel like they're damned if they do, they're damned if they don't. And they feel this way because they feel like anytime they have anything good happen in their lives, they get that bad karma is still following them around. So they feel like, hey, what's the point on telling the truth, right? So that new supply can literally tell them, hey, what do you mean, what's the point on telling the truth? Yeah, I can literally get rid of you because I caught you in a lie, so I have the right to get rid of you, narcissist, right? I have the right to do that. But the narcissist tries to hoover that person and make them believe that they're not this bad person. And sometimes they'll come clean when it's too late. When an empath is dealing with a narcissist and they don't know they're dealing with a narcissist, and these type of situations happen, you give the narcissist another chance because you're thinking to yourself, hey, this person has been working really hard in this job, in this relationship. They haven't gave me a reason not to believe them. This is why when the old supply is warning the new supply is like, hey, they treated you that way, but they're not going to do it to me because, we're living a new life. But yet they're not coming clean. A lot of times that new supply feels like they're getting one over on you because they actually know the truth. They knew about you. But the thing is that the narcissist left out a lot of things. So it's still based on a lie. Not only that, but that new supply might be a narcissist, and they're supposed to get their karma through the narcissist that you were just with. So a lot of times, because you're not sure if this is a bad person you're dealing with and they haven't really done anything, although they already messed up, the moment they don't tell you the truth, the moment they don't come clean and they sugarcoat things, you're being the bigger person, and you're saying to yourself, okay, this person lied about their job application, but they've treated me nothing, with nothing but fairness and kindness and love, and that, I can ignore the little lie that they told, or things that they might have not came clean about. But you do this because you think they might be an empath, right? But the moment that they start to disrespect you, they start to lie to you, because after they've been caught up in this little lie, it's a tiny little lie. You question them, you ask them, hey, is this true? Hey, are you still with this person? You ask them, they lied to you, and you think that they're an empath, but the moment that they lied to you again, you better believe that this person was a liar from the start. Most people, are going to separate themselves from people who have victimized them and abused them. So if you're dealing with a narcissist, you're going to see that they're not really a victim. They're hanging out with these people, yet they won't want to bring you around these people either. See, the empath doesn't have to lie. The empath has nothing to lie about. The empath doesn't really have to keep any secrets, but the empath needs to keep secrets because you have to protect your secrets from the narcissist people in your life. So if you're dealing with someone that whenever you're not together or on good terms, they're talking bad about you to other people, for no reason, then you're most likely with a narcissist if these people treat you different. Because someone that, cares about you, they're going to try to figure out how to fix the problem, not how to make it worse. And in order for you to gain someone's trust, they have to come at you with the truth. And what will happen is that people from the past will haunt the narcissist. Scenarios will present themselves, and the narcissist will not even tell you about it. They won't tell you the truth. So the first thing you're going to witness with someone that is a narcissist is that, the past will haunt them. They're always going to tell you stories about the past. A lot of times they're telling you these stories because these things are still happening and they don't want you to know. They're talking bad about their exes because these things are still catching up to them. And when these things reappear, instead of being truthful or telling you the whole story or telling you, yeah, you know what? I was a bad person when I was with this person. They still won't take accountability for their actions. So they're dragging that lie to the next relationship, meaning that they don't care about you. They don't care about anyone. So you're dealing with someone that gave you a sob story and pretended to be an empath, but yet they're still going through these problems. They're holding things back from you. And the only reason they're telling you is because they're basically being forced to tell you. The narcissist knows that the truth will always come to light. And if the truth will always come to light, then you might as well just live in your truth. But because the narcissist gets off on lying to people and deceiving others, then there's no truth in him. And that's how you will know you're dealing with a narcissist, when there's no truth in that person. And because there's no truth in that person, you'll see that they'll tell you their version of the truth and they'll be very arrogant about it. And, people from the past will reappear. And the narcissist will just, pretend like these people are ghosts or these people are bothering them. But it's really their past that's haunting them and that's catching up to them. Most people, don't want to talk about their past. And that's reasonable. We don't want to stay stuck in the past. And we don't want to bring things from the past to our future. But when these things keep reappearing, you have to pay close attention. Why do they keep reappearing? Another, way you'll know you're dealing with a narcissist without knowing, right? Because this person is, faking it, is that you can read their mind telepathically. So they might say something in their mind, and as an empath, you're going to feel it. You're going to feel it to the point where you almost know the exact words. And then they say something to you and you realize, how did I know they were going to say that, or how did they, you feel like you were in that person's mind. A lot of times, your alarm goes off when you're with this person. Your alarm goes off and it's almost like someone came and broke into your house and you're basically dealing with an intruder. So you will feel scared and alarmed, afraid. The narcissist turns into one corner and all of a sudden you jump. You feel like someone, evil is here, or you'll wake up out of your dream and, you had this nightmare that felt so realistic, and that person's literally laying next to you. So telepathically, intuitively, you're going to feel like something's off with this person, without them giving you a reason to even question this person. You might think to yourself, you know they might be playing with children, and your mind tells you this person's not safe to be around children. Your mind will just tell you things about this person. And a lot of times when they lie, your mind will just tell you they're lying. Like, they can say something to you, they can tell you anything, and your mind would literally just say they're lying. I started to notice that, I have a couple of pets, and I started to notice that I can telepathically hear what they're saying. I also, I can feel energy and vibrations. So I don't know if you guys have ever felt that, but it's almost like your third eye is open. And when you come across certain people, you'll feel like a vibration ringing in your ears, and you can automatically feel that person's either bad or good. So I started to notice with my pets that I would get like this ringing in my ears, or like this vibration of energy. And it was basically like they were trying to tell me, like, back away, don't touch me, basically. Like, you need to gain my trust. Then it was kind of like, I know you're good, but I need to gain your trust. It's like they're communicating. So what I realized when I started feeling the vibration, the energy, I realized that same vibration, that energy, that feeling of being alarmed, I felt that when I was around the narcissist, but I ignored it. I ignored my intuition, because that's what the narcissist does. This is why they don't like people. They don't really like animals. They only like animals and people if they can control you. And, animals and people can feel when they're not being loved the proper way or correctly. This is why, like, no matter how much narcissists train their pets or people, eventually, people break down, or their animals turn on them. So the power that you have as an empath is that you use your intuition. So the narcissists, they can't do that. This is why they need to set up scenarios in order to know how you feel emotionally about them, so that you can basically not use your intuition. And anytime that, telepathically you can hear their thoughts, they redirect your basically your intuition by telling you something the opposite. So they're always redirecting you by telling you the opposite of what's going on, or the opposite of your reality. You might notice that, when you're at your best or looking your best, instead of this person giving you a compliment, they'll say something rude to you. They'll pick on you first. And you might find yourself telling this person, why can't you just give me a compliment? Why can't you just tell me I look nice? So narcissists can never just give you a compliment. They'll look at you from the corner of their eyes. They're mesmerized by you. They might think you're beautiful, but they're not going to give you that compliment. And if they do, they're always going to like make a joke right along with it. Or, if you're cooking, they're in a competition with you, and they might even tell you, someone else would have really appreciated this meal that you cooked for me. I'm just kidding. So they'll say little things. And if you say something to them, they're kind of like, hey, that's my personality. So they go from being someone charming to someone that's, playing games right in front of you. So when this happens, they're always going to disguise it as a joke. So if you get emotional about this, they'll tell you, "Hey, I've been nothing but good to you. You're getting mad over something so small, so dumb." So if these people are doing things to you that you can't do to them, chances are you're not really dealing with an empath, you're dealing with a narcissist. A lot of times, this person might even, they might be doing something nice for you, but it's only because they're gaining something out of this relationship. So they might feel as if, if they get in good with you and they can, have this good impression of themselves with you, then this is going to determine how much energy you put out during this friendship. So this person is actually expecting more of you. So a lot of times when the narcissist is expecting more of you, or you're the breadwinner and things like that, or they feel like you have more to benefit, you'll think that these people are empaths because they're playing this role with you for a long time. They're like, they're willing to do anything for you. They're supportive, so they're fooling you. But if you know that they have more to gain, you're supposed to put these people through a test. A lot of times they're going to pass that test because they really want what you have. But that will turn into greed, and they'll eventually do something to get over on you. So it doesn't matter, how much the narcissist fakes it. The narcissist can fake it for a long time, but they will break your trust in a matter of seconds. They're just waiting for that good opportunity, and they don't care if it takes a year, 6 months, 3 months. So another thing that people will experience, and they're not quite sure if they're dealing with a narcissist, because they might feel like, hey, I'm not doing anything for this person. Like, they have their own place, so they're not using me for a roof over my head, but, they might be using you for sex. So if the narcissist, is pretending with you and they're selling you dreams, and they don't want marriage or they don't want children, and they're selling you dreams and they're lying to you about who they are, you'll notice that, they'll behave in a way where it seems like they're sex addicts, where they just want what they want. So, you could be on your period, you could be sick, you could be going through financial problems, there could be a death in your family, a lot of things can, be going on, and the narcissist does not care. They want what they want. They don't care about your feelings. They don't care if you're crying. They don't care what you're going through emotionally. So the narcissist will try to convince you to pleasure them, and that's going to make your problems go away. So they're coming from a place where they're only thinking about themselves. They do not care about you. They want what they want. They don't care about your feelings, your wants, your needs. And, they'll act like this never happened the next day. They'll act like they did want to listen to your problems, but in actuality, it's all about them. So if you're dealing with, strangers, or people who are connected to the narcissist, who are giving you hints about the narcissist, or they're giving you cruel jokes, or maybe there's children around and children are exposing the narcissist, and the narcissist is telling you, oh, those kids are bad, those kids, don't listen to them, they're always inside, grown people's business. A lot of times children tell the truth, and the narcissist does not like children because they tell the truth. A lot of times narcissists are doing things in front of children, thinking that, kids are going to either mind their own business, or, they feel as if they have these children so scared that these children aren't going to expose them. But most children feel like they're invincible. So, you'll catch children, telling on the narcissist, or you'll catch yourself having bad dreams. Like I've said, I remember in the beginning of the relationship. Like I told you guys, everything that's in the dark comes to light. And I went through a situation where, in the beginning of the relationship, me and the narcissist would talk on the phone until we went to sleep, and we would wake up on the phone together. And I remember one night, right, because when we would go to sleep, it was kind of one of those things where, we would stay on the phone until the phone dropped by itself, until the call dropped by itself. So one night, we went to sleep, but this time we actually hung up instead of allowing the call to drop. So I remember having this really bad dream, and it felt so realistic, where I was witnessing the narcissist have sex with another woman. And I remember being horrified. I never went through something like that with anyone. So I wake up out of my dream, and the narcissist, they lived a couple blocks over. And I remember just waking up and calling them. And usually it didn't matter what time I called them, they would pick up. And this time they didn't pick up. So I thought to myself, well, maybe they're asleep. But my intuition told me, go over there. Now, I'm not one of those weird girls that like drive past people's houses, and I'm not a stalker. I don't stalk. Even if I feel like someone is doing something behind my back, I don't go looking for stuff. But that night, my intuition told me to go over there, and I did. And when I did, the narcissist car wasn't in the front. And I called them, and then in the morning, they called me, and they were like, oh, I just woke up. And they made it seem like they weren't gone, like they slept at home, but I knew they didn't sleep at home. So I questioned them about it, and of course they lied to me, but my intuition, told me to go over there. My dreams told me to go over there, and the narcissist gaslit me, and I didn't have no actual proof, just the fact that they weren't there, but they made it seem like, hey, if you don't believe my lie, then something is wrong with you because I haven't done anything to you. This is why I say, how would you know if this person's a narcissist when you don't have actual proof? So what happens is that the more the narcissist lies to you and the more you question them, the thing is they don't want you questioning them. That's the problem. Because the more you question the narcissist and the more they have to lie to you, the more bad things happen. So the narcissist is like, stop questioning me because you're making things worse. And if you make things worse for me, then I'm going to start showing you who I really am, and I'm going to let the mask slip. So this is where these people will tell you who they are. They're so angry that they will tell you who they are. They'll tell you they're bad people. They'll tell you that they're not loyal to anyone. They'll tell you that they're different from other people. They'll tell you that they're evil. They'll tell you the truth. And with the truth, they'll proceed with telling you lies again and telling you that they didn't mean to tell you those things, but they didn't like the way you were interrogating them. They don't like the fact that you're making things up. You're coming over here making things up. They don't like that. So, the more this person lies to you, because now they're acting like they're the victim and you're filled with guilt. Now you're rewarding the narcissist. Now you feel like you have to reward them. You have to be nice to them, sweet to them, cook for them. Now they're taking from you after they lied to you, after they made you feel like the guilty one. And they're not stopping there. They're taking all the supply that they can. And because of this, they continue to suffer and they continue to get their bad karma. And when you start to realize that they're always living in that karma, the narcissist is ready to revenge you now. Now they feel like you should go through your karma for dealing with them in the first place. And that's how you know you're dealing with a narcissist. When you're dealing with a hateful, revengeful, low down snake that only thinks about themselves. So I hope that this message, you guys, was helpful for your healing. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you guys want to book a session with me, my information is on the description as always. And I'm sending you guys lots of love, light, and peace in your healing. And I will talk to you guys on the next podcast. Bye.